It's a short one since someone asked, how did uh, how did Ruth Cannon get their way into my life? Okay. Well, as I said before, I was recovering from both actually surgery because I'd been on hunger strike and with no solid food or anything and just vitamins, clear broth uh, every week. It's very and by clear broth I mean diorolite in a stock cube. You lose weight very fast. I think the most I've lost is I'm trying to think. I dropped down to from about 100 kilos to 59 kilos or 50. No, 50. Wait a minute. No, I think it was 57, maybe 56. I have photos. I'd have to go check them. I remember, like the no food and the hunger is getting to me. I don't recommend it, by the way. And as I said in the previous video, I was recovering from surgery and related to skin infections. Because that's what happens when you go on a prolonged starvation. Your body breaks down. Your vision goes. That never comes back, by the way. Your teeth get loose, and you start to get skin infections, really bad ones. And I got my medical records, and I had seen how fraudulent what the guards were doing, and the evidence of the torture in my medical records, and the destruction of evidence. And I'd gone down to Merchant's Quay and hung around and managed to get myself a lot of heroin. And I tried to overdose. Not by needle. I read that stomach is 68% absorption. So I tried that. Ruth Cannon popped up when I was recovering from all that and forced their way into my life. And one of the ways Ruth Cannon tried, fostered a sort of a false sense of camaraderie or togetherness is Ruth Cannon talked about the fact that she'd been abused by her mother too, and she was really adamant that her mother had abused her. But she ran these two weird mindfuck parallels, which was her mother had abused her, and then she would gaslight me and talk about how Irish women can't abuse because of everything Irish women have been through, at the same time as she would talk about being abused by her mother. So that was Ruth Cannon using the abuse of Ruth Cannon by Ruth Cannon's mother to try and, worm her way in. And when you're isolated and traumatized and starving, this stuff works. So, that was how Ruth Cannon kind of wormed her way in the beginning. I'll go into that more because someone, repeated people have asked me, and some famous writers have asked me, and some journalists. So I'll do a full multiple part on how Ruth Cannon wormed her way in. But that was the sort of beginning of gaining my confidence, was Ruth Cannon talking about how her mother had abused her. And I've been dealing with an incredibly abusive parent for decades, who was a social worker, and who used to use used to abuse the housing list to bump her daughter's friends up the housing list. As a social worker, I'm sure that's another scandal waiting to happen. But yeah, no, That's how she originally gained my confidence. Was Ruth Cannon saying that Ruth Cannon's mother had abused her, and so I'll do a full series on that in the next 24 hours or something, because people keep asking me, and you all should know, because let's remember that there is a High Court judgment regarding the sanctity of hunger strike, and also suicide is not illegal in Ireland. So when I do eventually live stream my suicide for everybody, uh, it's not illegal, not harming anyone, only myself, and I have a letter of capacity stating that I'm of sound mind, but that I am in an impossible position of abuse and chronic stress. And I think anyone would choose to take the dignified exit, really, at this point. It's 5 years. They've stolen 5 years of my life and destroyed me. But yeah, for the people that asked, that's how Ruth Cannon wormed her way in at the beginning, by saying that Ruth Cannon herself had been abused by Ruth Cannon's mother. This is E.F. Ruff, slowly being murdered by corrupt guards and a corrupt barrister by the name of Ruth Cannon. If you want to help, you can report them to the LSRA. Phone Irish Town Garda Station. Phone the Garda headquarters. Oh yeah, that's one of the other things. The longer you go without food, the more sick you get, because your body just doesn't have anything. There's a careful balancing if you do take supplements. I don't at the moment. Or very rarely, when I had to recode the website, which will be going live soon. I took some vitamins because my brain was melted, but this isn't one where I am very often taking anything. I'm in this to die, because it's the only way out, and I do want to die, because it's the only way I can stop the abuse. And that's even the people at FLAC agreed with me. They said, yeah, sorry about that. When I said, is death the only way that the guards would leave me alone, they went, yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, that's how Ruth Cannon used her alleged abuse by her mother to get close, and that's how it began. Anyway, this is E.F. Fluff, slowly being murdered. There's a PayPal link there if you want to donate. Follows and likes really help, and we're a few days away from oblivion. So I hope you're enjoying the torture porn. Thanks very much for listening.